The first record of English Tudor Syngell beer is to be found in the Customs of London, otherwise called Arnold's Chronicle, containing among other matters the original of the celebrated poem of the Nut Brown Maid that was published in Antwerp in 1502, which chronicles from 1189 to 1502 a list of bailiffs, custos, mayors, and sheriffs. In the middle of this chronicle, and other odds and ends, a recipe is inserted. To brew beer: 10 quarters malt, 2 quarters wheat, 2 quarters oats, 11 weight of hops, to make 9 barrels of Syngell beer. And then it goes back to the chronicling. This recipe gives a good insight on how beer was made in Tudor England, but it leaves one unanswered question. What exactly is Syngell beer? What this might refer to is a difference in single beer and small beer. The wash liquor from the grains from the first boiling would be high in sugar content, which would make Syngell beer a beer of one washing boiling with a resulting average alcohol content. It was not unusual for the grains to be boiled a second time to make a wash liquor that resulted in less sugars that would ferment into a beer of less than 1% alcohol by volume, which is small beer. Using the recipe and some guidance from other manuscripts, like The English Huswife by Gervase Markham, a reproduction of a Tudor Syngell beer can be made. 3 pounds 6-row barley, 2/3 pounds oats, 2/3 pounds wheat, 1/2 ounce hops, and some English ale yeast. Boil the grains for at least 90 minutes. Add in hops and boil for an additional 30 minutes. Remove the grains from the liquor and wash with boiling water to make up to 2 gallons. Siphon to a fermenter. Allow the liquid to cool to room temperature. Pitch the yeast, and the leftover grains are great for composting, fertilizer, or for pig feed.
Hi, the reason why I'm doing this video, you notice that those little streaks are moving up along the fermenter. You notice that you have yourself the brown stuff here at the very bottom. This is what you consider to be the sediment. That sediment is actually very high in concentration of sugars, of the basic sugars for fermentation. And you notice that this white line right in between here, between the main body of the what you would call the liqueur, and this is what you have of your wort. What is happening right there is that the yeast is breaking down all those sugars into alcohol. You have this little interface at the very top. And mind you, there's quite a bit of sugar up in this brown portion right here. But this layer right here is where the yeast is working and attacking at those larger solids and everything and breaking it down into alcohol and carbon dioxide. This is where the main work of the yeast is happening. Here we are 1 week later, and you may have noticed that the sediment portion, or this lighter brown portion, has gone down significantly. There is that nice light layer between the liqueur and the wort. You may notice, if I can get in close enough here, that there are some little lines, that there's some streaks right in here. There's a line going up in here and another line right there. That is the yeast working on the wort and converting sugars into carbon dioxide and alcohol, and that is where the gas is leaving. And you also can see the same effect here on this particular one at these points right here.
Hope you enjoyed watching as much as I enjoyed the beer.